Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys don't know who I am, my name is Ashley Rojas, also known as Too Sexy Ashley. So in today's video, I'm going to be discussing phase 2 of the nursing program that I graduated from. I'll put that information in the description because I can't say it. But for phase 2, it's actually the most crucial and most competitive part of the nursing program. So you're competing against so many other students to get into phase 3. So this is basically a video of my advice to you of what I wish I knew going towards phase 2. So let's get started. So basically, you're going to be having 3 classes. So intro to nursing, pharmacology, and pathophysiology. When I was taking phase 2, pathophysiology was the most difficult because it was a lot of information, and balancing pharmacology and also intro, you know, it's a lot. So basically, my first tip for you for intro of nursing, you need to get the A. Pharmacology, an A or a B. You can possibly get the A, if not definitely the B. And pathophysiology, you must get a B. I know some people say that you can slide getting a C in there, but definitely if you want your secure spot, I would say the B. So intro of nursing, it's pretty simple, but do not underestimate the exams, the quizzes. You're gonna be partnered with groups and stuff, doing projects. So make sure not to overlook it. Make sure you do study for your exams. I believe she has study guides, so you know more or less of what the exam is gonna be on. And then pharmacology, the teacher is really great. She provides PowerPoints. She explains the medications very well. We did drug cards. So these are my drug cards for each chapter. And I highlighted the important parts and underlined the key things. So with pharmacology, you got to know the mechanism of action, the difference between adverse effects and side effects. Side effects is kind of like what you kind of expect the medication to do, and adverse effects is something that you never expect would happen. So, like someone having, let's see, an adverse effect. Let me give a good example. Adverse effect for corticosteroids, adrenal gland atrophy, masking of infection. You have an increase of infection because it masks it. So just little key things about that. But she really goes over in detail of each medication, which really is good. Let's see. So for pharmacology, you're going to have quizzes. To prep for quizzes, you're going to be using your book, of course, going over the chapters. But doing these drug cards really helped solidify like the main important things that you should know. And I have these available for $25, so you guys could have an advantage of that. For exams, the same thing. Just knowing your mechanism of action, knowing key things about the medication. But you're probably like, Ashley, do I have to memorize everything? Not necessarily. There's going to be certain like medications that you could use as like, let's say for beta blockers. They all end in LOL. So think LOL. Does it end with it? Okay. Now the mechanism of action for beta blockers is this, and that, because you recognize the key point of the LOL. So there's certain things like that it helps you remember. You're also going to be doing drug calculations. which I find that very, very easy. Just how she explains it, it's really good. I didn't have a problem with that. For when you take exams for her class, make sure you do a page, you answer, and then transfer those onto your Scantron. There was an instance where an individual, she was just doing her paper test and she didn't transfer those answers onto her Scantron, and she only counted the Scantron, and yeah, she did not advance. So that is very important. I don't know how it works right now because it's online, but that is my advice for you. Have a planner, have a calendar for everything. Like this day is this for this day, this is due, this quiz, and I should be studying this amount of time and everything. You have to be really organized because if you miss a quiz, if you miss studying, like that's it. Like you're in competition mode. So for pathophysiology, I don't know how it is this coming semester because you guys do have a different teacher. But how I prepped for mine, of course, I have my calendar, so I cross out everything, like all the stuff that I needed to read from the book. So you're going to be having objectives, but they're not going to be listed as like how I filled mine out. So for instance, she has primary, secondary, and tertiary levels of disease prevention. So she'll just have it primary, secondary, tertiary. And I actually filled those out. So these are really important for you because they helped me. I filled those out. So these will be available for you for $25. And then after I've done that, since I can't hear from this ear at all, I recorded the class notes and I typed them word for word. See, this is also her PowerPoints. Hey guys, I made 2 books for Patho. So let's see. These extra notes, lecture notes. Here we go. So you can see exam 1, in-class lecture audio. I typed word for word of what she said. It took me a while, but it really helped like solidifying like, okay, I remember the content, I remember what she said. If a teacher repeats something or repeats a phrase and she emphasizes that, that's most likely a test question. So yeah, for Patho, this is really like critical thinking. You might think like, oh my God, like this is really intense information, but I remember there's certain things I've learned in Patho that were in my NCLEX, and that style helped me for my NCLEX. So I really do appreciate it. You just have to think critical thinking. But yeah, that is my advice. Another thing could be, Ashley, should I do study groups? For me, study groups, you gotta be careful because remember, they are your competition. There's certain study groups where they don't study, they just talk. They talk about drama, they talk about other things, and well, you're wasting time doing that. You could be reading, you could be doing practice tests, you could be doing drug cards, you could start memorizing. So for me, study groups, you have to really pick someone that you truly trust and actually study. If not, then just go solo. But other than that, don't slack off. If you do work, that's going to be really difficult. So you do definitely need a planner so you can organize your study time for that. And yeah, I done the most. So I recorded class lectures. I typed those class lectures out. I read the PowerPoints. I done my drug cards. I made sure everything was organized. So I wasn't surprised like, oh, we had a test, or oh, we had a quiz. Like, no. So I knew ahead of time what to prepare myself for. And yeah, that is basically my advice for you. If you don't succeed into the phase 3, but you still pass, definitely retake. There's nothing wrong with retaking. If you really decide that you really want to be a nurse, you will become a nurse. So it's a very competitive um, field, but if you really want it that bad, you'll make it. So, in closing, like I said, I decided to give you guys my notes. Yes, they're $25, but you get these and then my Patho notes as well, my objectives. I'm also doing tutoring for you guys because I personally wish someone had helped me when I was going through phase 2 because I was so stressed. I didn't know what I was looking into, what to expect. So I had really bad test anxiety because I really wanted it that bad. Um, so I'm offering my notes to you. I'm offering like tutoring, one-on-one advice. You'll be getting my number so you can call me, text me, um, for anything. Like, I just want to be able to help you guys. And yeah, just if you want, just email me if you want to get my notes. And that'll be it for this advice for phase 2. If you want me to go over pathophysiology, like review sessions, I'm willing to do that too. Break down pharmacology, what medications, like key things you should know about each medication. I am willing to do that as well. And that is basically it for my advice. And look, you guys. This is like my scripts from Figs. They're so cute. Anyways, but that is in closing. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on your post notifications. And yeah, see you guys next time with more videos. Bye, guys.